White man in boxing led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Got our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag.
All right, man, I heard this on the Last Stand podcast. Somebody asked this question, and I heard this on Coach Malachi channel. Somebody said, will it be, how can I say this? Because I didn't think about it. I just came out of a meeting. Will it make a difference, or how will Inoue be impacted by fighting a black fighter? Now, I heard Coach Malachi response, and I do think, maybe it was phrased the wrong way, but I do think him fighting a slick fighter is going to be a totally different ball game for him. And I think it's going to be an adjustment period. Now, in my opinion, Stephen Fulton is the best premier boxing champion fighter, the affiliate, Al Heyman fighter, Showtime fighter, whatever you want to call him. He's the best. Shout out to Mark Too Sharp, who do these things in the lower weight classes too. You don't see a lot of guys with that skill set at the lower weight class. You don't see a lot of brothers down there at flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight. You know what I'm saying? Right when you start to get the featherweight, you know what I'm saying? You start to see them really start to kind of creep in there, and it will be a factor. Tim Tszyu talks about it. Sparring with Americans and Black Americans and understanding how they work and how they tick. Chavez knew how to fight some of them. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Frankie Randall, who got a raw deal, I think the second time around. Pernell Whitaker was successful, but he was successful against Roger Mayweather, Mildred Taylor. A lot of people didn't like that. Somebody tell me Mildred Taylor did go on and become a champion at welterweight, but then he put his balls on the line again versus the dangerous Texas native Terry Norris. Okay, so, but it is gonna matter. He has to spar with those guys. When a style is foreign to you in your fighting career, especially the genre, or I won't say the genre, obviously, that's, or in the divisions that you at, it definitely plays a fact. I'm pretty sure Fulton has seen guys like Inoue. He turn his punches over well, technically fundamentally great, high guard. You know what I'm saying? He can walk you down, he can box, but it's nothing that he probably hasn't seen. Right? It's a style that's, I don't want to say vanilla, because he can punch. So, I would say, it's a textbook boxing style. And you get in there with a guy who can do this and it's just not that Fulton can do this, do that. He got some speed, you know what I'm saying? It's that he can get on the inside and he's strong, he big, he can get in your chest, and he can work on the inside. We don't know if Inoue can work on the inside. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if Inoue can hit a moving target, or does he know how to unlock the? And I don't only take one shot, or he know how to unlock the black slick American style. And a lot of that is not getting frustrated with missing, aiming for the elbows, aiming for the shoulder. Finding that jab. What if he can't find that jab? You know what I'm saying? When he moving and all that started to frustrate him, and every time he said Fulton move off the spot, then get off, or Fulton moving and getting off, that's frustrating, moving in and out, you know what I'm saying? Then he able to clinch on the inside when you want to work, then he able to get up under you, and he able to bully you. See, power is one thing, power doesn't equal physical strength don't equal power. Go ask Timothy Bradley. So, you looking at certain those things is that, he got to get in there with he'll bring a lot of those sparring over here. You're going to spar a lot of guys that fight like that. Don't necessarily have to be bigger, but just giving him the slickness, the speed, and they all fast down there. But not only is he fighting somebody with a plan A style, with a plan A, and then a 1A, 1B style, the man can go on the inside. He fighting a very complete fighter, a confident fighter, a naturally bigger fighter. In your first move up, and like I said before, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because this guy gonna work the body. Fulton gonna work the body. He's gonna be a hard target to hit. And I already know what he see. It's different what you see on the outside and what you get on the inside. But I know what he see. Anytime you fucking with Manny Pacquiao, I knew what Floyd saw. You know what I'm saying? When they set their feet, make them pick it up. And the great thing about guys like Floyd, guys like Fulton, you know, they understand the integral parts of boxing. When he's set, you know what I'm saying, don't be there or prepare to slip and get out of there. You know, Fulton understand he going to break that kid down to the body. Because you don't have a one-hitter quitter, so he understand he got to hit, don't get hit, work him to the body. But when he's set, keep making him pick his feet up. Every time he's set and get ready to throw, make him pick his feet up, then beat him to the punch, and get out of there. When he do set and throw, make him miss. It's just about frustrating. The guys like Inoue has to be set to throw. So if you standing in front of him, you know what I'm saying, right there, or you let him, and sometimes, it took him a minute to get Paul Butler out there. You moving, and he not cutting the ring off, you know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna take him a minute to catch up with you. So, what Fulton is thinking about is, you know what, I can move, I can box him. You know what I'm saying? Make him pick up his feet. You know what I'm saying? And also, once I start boxing him and moving, then I can close the gap on him and impose my physical strength and start working his body and take his leverage away. So, you know what I'm saying? So he gonna make him pick, he gonna use his feet against him, I like to say. And when he start, when he start throwing, move. Sit there and he starts setting, move. You know what I'm saying? But right before, when he set, you get off and get out of there. There is a science in the fighting different styles in boxing. There's a science to it. And he from what I've seen in his fights, he's not accustomed to fighting guys like Fulton with that style. Now, there's not nobody down there I can think of with the same style. Strada is the closest thing, another little, fight behind the shoulder a little bit, but he ain't Fulton. So there is going to be an adjustment with him fighting this black American style. And maybe he blow it out the water. Maybe that adjustment comes in sparring. Maybe that light come on in sparring. But I already know why you're going to fight him. You don't want to let him grow in the weight class, but you already know he got to be set to throw. You already know he's gonna have issues hitting you up there, and Inoue gonna have to try to find his jab. And if I was him, I'd jab to the shoulders, jab to the chest. You know what I'm saying? But people say, well, he ain't got no power, and everybody, Tank putting emphasis on power. Fans love power. Power can be diffused. One thing that's harder to diffuse than power is a motherfucker you can't hit. Flush. When you in there, you can't hit somebody. I remember Sergio Moro said this. He said, I ain't scared if you can punch. And he said, I get scared in there if I can't hit you. He gonna frustrate him. And I think there's gonna be a 2 or 3 step plan. And I think he gonna gun for the knockout, to be honest. Because he physically strong. He gonna pin Inoue on the ropes at some point. He gonna smother him unless he just easily picking him apart from the outside. But the thing about, being slick on the outside, making them miss and making them pay, when you make a motherfucker miss, a lot of opponents can make Inoue miss. They can slide on the ropes and they can survive, but they can't keep them off of them. They can't make them pay. So when he start walking them down and they get tired and they start being sitting ducks, then he can set your ass up. Bah, bah, bah. If you can make them miss and you can make them pay, you know what I'm saying? And then you can put him on the back foot. It's gonna be a tough fight for Fulton, for sure. But I think at some point Fulton gonna close the gap. Gonna have to close the gap on him and just wear him out to the body. Just get in there, lean on him, wear him out, get him on the inside, and see if he can defend himself on the inside. But when you sliding on the outside, you going in and out, making him miss on the outside and hitting him and countering him and all that, you still at the end of his shots. So you gotta remember that. You still at the end of him turning them bitches over. Like, he turning them over. You still at his mercy. Because all you gotta do is make one mistake and get caught. And it's a wrap the way he punching. You make one mistake on the wrong end of them shots, it's a wrap. That's he got full coverage insurance plus some. Some motherfucker got a warranty too. So he can land that shot. He could be over with. He drop you a couple times, nigga. You already down 3 or 4 points. That's the fight. All you gotta do is stay on his feet. So he got the home field advantage and he got the punch. So that's the danger about staying on the outside and slipping and countering, because you still at the end of his shots. So you got to find a safe haven, and the safe haven is, you got to find out if he can defend himself on the inside. But it's definitely an adjustment from him going and fighting the guys he been fighting, the Paul Butlers, the Nonito Donairs, and guys like that, to fighting somebody slick. It's definitely a difference. The Black American style is a very difficult style. It ain't something that you can really teach. So you can teach it. You can teach how to beat it, but having it, it's a lot of it is just genetic. It's rhythmic, it's melanated. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. But he can't stay at the end of them punches all night. No matter how much he miss, it just take one. So I think at some point, his dimensions, him gonna be again on the inside and just buzz him down. He remind me of Andre Ward a little bit, Stephen Fulton. He really do. He remind me of Andre Ward. But like I said, it's a good fight. But it is different when you fight in that style, man. So don't let nobody tell you different. A lot of people want to make it, kind of coin it as, it'll be different him fighting a black guy, or a black man already regular down there in that weight class. It's an anomaly. You don't see a lot of them. Historically either. So usually, the Asians, the Hispanics, maybe you see a few Puerto Ricans down there, but yeah, it's definitely gonna be an adjustment. It's an adjustment that he gonna have to make in the gym first. You just don't get in there and make the adjustment. But we'll see. I do appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram, the whole 9. Hit the link tree. Follow me everywhere. Peace.